Is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Off the play fake, Washington. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
Gain of 6. Complete to Brandon Ayuk. It's a gain of 6.
First down, here's the run of Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. Well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
Akers hit, he coughs it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Mayfield down. Delivers another one to Pierce. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Buccaneers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 18-yard line.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Yeah, come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And it's third down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Our first carry for the all-pro running back is Josh Jacobs. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal. As a nice run there, gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Bears first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, that's Ayuk. Third and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Looking to throw. Washington. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Tampa Bay.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Third and 4.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll try and do this himself. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll try and run for it with a power back, Reese. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. Now the fan favorite, this is Carson Steele. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. Powers through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Off play action. Washington. Musgrave's got it out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. In trouble, and he's taken down. Henry Toto there to bring him down defensively. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun, Washington. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll begin on the ground with Steele. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mayfield off the play fake. Will connect on the out route with Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Mayfield. That one finds Pierce right side. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Washington. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Washington. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down. The Bears at 4-5, a game under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last.
And a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Straight ahead, steal. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Washington. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Washington. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 15. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And a 1st down.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A jet sweep. Here's Tolbert. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's a 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Now he's going to step up and run. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
On the give and steal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Chicago! Alec Pierce with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly what was quarterback's favorite targets in this game. I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Buccaneers.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Washington. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Washington. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw again. Tolbert hauls in the out route. 2nd and 14.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 14.
Back to throw again. This one swung out to Montgomery. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. First man through, this is the fullback Reese. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Set to punt, here's Cameron Johnston. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott. Thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll hand it to Steele. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
A gain of 12 yards. Complete to number 1.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, good move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 11. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
From the gun on 3rd down, Washington. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Washington. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun on 3rd down, Washington. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Washington. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw out wide is incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw. Washington. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll go again with Steele. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 3rd and 6.
Gaither on the stop. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action, Washington. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Darian Porter on the coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Complete to Brandon Ayuk.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got it complete to Tolbert. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
Jalen Tolbert. A 3-yard pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
There's 20 yards.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the left side, he's got McMillan. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
It's a pickup of 13. Leads to 3rd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Washington. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Washington. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
That's good for a Bears first down.
On 1st down, here's Steele. And he'll get this to the 32. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run, Steele. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive. Washington. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
To Brandon Ayuk. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A throw right side here going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Washington. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And room there to work it inside the 25. Here's 3rd and 3.
Made at the 24-yard line. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Washington. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the handoff, Watson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Washington. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll find McMillan here. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Washington. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and We've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
On the ground is Steele.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Steele once more.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now first carry for their fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
the 9-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes Steele. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
On the ground, here's Watson.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Straight ahead, Steele.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, a few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their no-fly zone signs to this one, didn't they?
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the dome here at Ford Field. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception. His effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. And certainly some momentum to build on today.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time to go down, but you always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
3rd and 3.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on third down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
It's Mixon on second down. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cody Simon on the coverage.
Here's a design run. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. You're going for it here. Dak off the play fake. Making the call himself. Shoves one away. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. From the gun is Prescott. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he works this to the 38 before going now.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
3rd and long, Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks. That time, the plant was closed. I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Lions send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. We'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Design quarterback run here. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And they'll still have some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be drugged down, it looks like at that 37-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's good for a gain of 5. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
By Levante David. That's a gain of 5.
What got on 3rd down? It's Burrow. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for Thomas, but
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Motion a tight end left. Now Dan Campbell with that clock running down. Yeah, he decides to call timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Lions looking at their first red zone opportunity. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Play action now, Burrow. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to be set up with 1st and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards. And the Lions first down.
Pollard has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard
Okay,
line.
all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. He gets it again. And he will not be denied a 2nd time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to get the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. This New Orleans offense ready up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
We've set it down from the 37. Mixon's going to get this off his own read. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Mixon gets it again on second down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A gain on the play. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 47.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Prescott here from the gun. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count.
Holding offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Trying to set up the screen for Mixon. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Let's see what they dial up, partner. This is second and long.
Gain of 7 brings up second down at the 35-yard line.
Dak to the air here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Prescott now on third down. Got a man. It's not. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's another Saints first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Saints.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That's another Saints first down. A gain of 15. And the Saints.
On the option, here's Mixon. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
He's taken down at the
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
On the ground again with Mixon. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Saints first down. First and goal, New Orleans.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Saints take a second quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Saints push their lead to 3.
Lions 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And the 24 once again. It's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard
Burrow
line.
from the gun. It's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Complete.
3rd down, and they need to get 10.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 10.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
That'll be the 1st and more. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Saints and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Play action now for Prescott. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended target there. And now they face 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Could not evade him. That was Cody Simon. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Dak now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Fair catch called in at the 18-yard line. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First play of the drive. Here's Pollard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
And 10 at the 19-yard line.
Again, a run with Pollard. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
He's going for it himself, and he'll get it up to the 27.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
The Lions ready for the punt. Parker Washington waiting to receive. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 30. And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Now this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Line up the design keeper. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. But not for the defense right there. Did their homework. And they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Left side into the hands of Dell. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. So 3rd and 6 on deck, Gronk, as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Throw is caught. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Trying to get it on the keeper. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Dan Campbell getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Setting up the screen. It's Pollard. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
It's his running back. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
3rd and 4.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Got a man, this is Reynolds. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air again, it's Burrow. It is caught left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
16 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
Burrow on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for Trey Tucker. Incomplete.
Stick it in the air. It's Burrow. Has him on a quick hitter. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'd call it about the 12-yard line.
At at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. First down, here's Dak. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
Incomplete. Cody Simon on the coverage.
Back to the air, Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. On the return, here's Gibson. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
On the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Half's going to begin with a mix and run. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. Second down coming up.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's going to take this one forward for a gain of about 9. Third down coming up.
He's brought down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Prescott to throw here. Third and 2. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Gain of 19
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to get in cut and make the catch.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4.
Second and 4.
Quick on the draw to Gibson. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
For a Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. Third down coming up.
The tackle by Christian Rosepool. It's a gain of 4.
From the gun is Prescott.
Third down.
Forced out to his right. Down to the 10. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 3rd and long for him here. Finds a man right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Feet nice, Kate. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Short pass brought in. Back to where they started as the play picks up 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. The Saints calling for a timeout to their first, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Play action now, Burrow. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. He's going to have this one down at the 28. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
That's good. For the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's the big time.
The first carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They motion the tight end over. Burrow setting to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Right back to Pollard. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10.
It's 4th down.
Lions making the call for their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative, is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Antonio Gibson on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Dak now from the gun. Completed over the middle. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
A gain of 9.
Running for the marker with Williams. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
And the Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gibson here from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 2nd and 6 coming up here. There's a dive up the middle. And they're not going to give him an inch on this 2nd down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd.
So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And no luck there, that throw falls to the ground. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Lions offense returning to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Finding Reynolds. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Number 85. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Burrow out of the shotgun.
31-yard line.
Completed to Reynolds. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And the Lions 1st down.
Here's Burrow. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
We put a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10 now, it's Burrow. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense, we're flying around and making the play.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them.
First down. We move the chain. Give us all. Hey, we need 7.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Off the play fake, Burrow. That one's brought in by Fedoni. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The Saints and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
Dak off the play fake.
at the 15-yard line.
Left side into the hands of Dell. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
A gain of
So a new
6.
set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
For the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Straight ahead with Williams. Space past the 35. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's another Saints 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, New Orleans.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's another Saints.
Prescott takes off with it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
10 more yards. And the Saints 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Saints.
Down to the 10. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
15 more yards. That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's another for it. This is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. Anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35.
13 yards.
We've set it down from 37.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 30.
He'll try the middle with Gordon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They give to Pollard from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Working quickly here.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Saints' 41-yard line.
They give on second to Pollard. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Offense up to the line fast.
Tackled back at the 46.
To the air on third and long. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And they get this down to the 28. Looking quickly here.
18. That's another Detroit.
On first down, here's Burrow. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Trey Tucker. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Saints' 22-yard line.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Dumps it off to his running back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
A loss of 1. It's now third and 5.
Third and short, it's Burrow. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. T.J. Turner comes up with it.
You knew before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus on those defenders. They influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They go with Williams on the counter. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He was brought down.
Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock's only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Here they go, getting set for third and 4. Prescott here from the gun. Escapes, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
They'll send out the punting unit. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Punt meets him at the 28. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Burrow now on first down. Caught by Flowers. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is swatted away, incomplete. But there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Tight end going in motion here. Burrow to the air now. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
That's a gain of 7.
Looking to throw it.
3rd and 7.
Complete here to Fedoni. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. He'll get this to Tucker. Ooh, awfully close to that line to gain. Stop though made at the 46, 3rd down.
2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're left with 4th and short. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Burrow from the gun. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. So this will win on the road for the Saints. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.